Very briefly, before I get into the video, I want to let you know I'm giving away an Obsidian 6-pack. All you need to do is comment your gamer tag down below. Make sure you've got correct spelling. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with one of your friends. Let's get into it. So, for some, 2021 was a very rocky year, but I think we can all agree collectively that 2021 was major for Sea of Thieves. We had many things in 2021, from new tool tales to quality of life improvements to the addition of seasons. I want to go ahead and talk about, in my opinion, top 5 things added to the game in 2021. So without further ado, let's kick this off with number 5. So at number 5, in my opinion, we have commodities. So what are commodities if you don't know? Commodities are essentially a stock market in Sea of Thieves. What you'll do is you will buy very cheap and low priced commodities from, say, Daggertooth Outpost. Then you will sell those commodities for an extremely high price over at Golden Sands Outpost. This does change every day, but it does work like a stock market, right? What you'll do is you'll buy cheap commodities and you'll sell them at a higher price. It is a great way to get a lot of reputation and a lot of gold really quickly. As well as that, it's one of the only things that you can really do if you just want to hang out and chill with your friends. I know a lot of the time when I play Sea of Thieves, I'm just hanging out talking with my friends and doing something passively in the background. These are great for that. If you're the type of player that likes to sit down, relax, and just enjoy a game with your friends and spend more time on the conversation than the actual gameplay that's in front of you, commodities are the way to go. And for me, that's why it's gotten number 5 on my list. Moving on. Number 4. What top 5 list of Sea of Thieves for 2021 would be complete without the addition of a Pirate's Life tool tale set? This was the surprise Disney and Sea of Thieves collaboration that was released in June of 2021. This update featured many of your favorite Pirates of the Caribbean characters such as Jack Sparrow, Davy Jones, Gibbs, and many, many more. I don't really think I need to give a reason as to why this was in my top 5 list, let's be honest. Sea of Thieves cross Pirates of the Caribbean. That's about as cool as it gets. Everyone liked that. I don't think there was a single person that I know that didn't enjoy at least one of the 5 tool tales. So of course, that's my number 4. I wouldn't put it higher. I definitely wouldn't put it lower. But as far as I'm concerned, in my personal opinion, number 4 is the Pirate's Life tool tale set. Specifically though, I did like the Sunken Pearl, actually. That's my favorite tool tale of all time. So, I guess, yeah. Special favoritism to the Sunken Pearl. Honorable mention for number 3. The Pirate Legend Curse. That shit's so cool. Just look at it, man. It's so good. No, but for real though, number 3 is the addition of fireworks. You can now create a party in the sky with fireworks that you can buy from the Merchant Alliance. There are many different crates you can get. They all have specific different fireworks in them. Of course, they do cost 20k gold each, so it's a bit of a hefty buy if you are a newer player. You can find them randomly scattered around islands, outposts, and all other places across the Sea of Thieves world. I feel like my favorite would have to be either the Sea of the Dam firework crate. I'm a really big fan of the Ferryman Bell firework, and I love the small little sound effect that comes along with it too. The Portal firework's really cool as well though. And also the Athena's Fortune firework crate. There's no specific firework I like in that. I feel like the entire set is just really cool. The Chanting Vipers firework is pretty awesome. That's a cool one though. But nevertheless, fireworks hold the number 3 spot. 2021. Number 2. Now, I'm going to be honest, I debated putting this as my number 1 spot for about 20 or so seconds, but number 2, we have a really good addition. Number 2, we have the Fort of Fortune. So what is the Fort of Fortune? Essentially a really cool fort, right? Given the name Fort. So a Fort of Fortune is a world event that was released in 2021. It is by far the best / biggest loot pool you could possibly get. Full stop, from any world event, right? You get 9 villainous skulls, chest of legends, 2 kegs of ancient black powder, like 4 crates of legendary voyages, 5 or so Athena relics, stronghold chests, stronghold skulls, ashen wind skulls, so many things. You get like a million things out of the Fort of Fortune. It is one of the harder events though. You'll have to take on, of course, Mutinous Helmsman, normal fort waves, an Ashen Lord, and a bunch of other things, but it is amazing, and it's honestly the second best edition, and by far the best world event in the game. Even excluding all of that, just the freaking spawn sound you hear when a Fort of Fortune spawns on your server, that foghorn that just echoes through the entire seas, that That is amazing. So number 2 that I briefly thought about putting as number 1 is the Fort of Fortune. So the Fort of Fortune is, of course, a rotating world event, as I mentioned, but it is one of the rarer world events. I do find them quite often, though. Apparently, there's a significantly lower chance of a Fort of Fortune spawning in your server as a world event. Nevertheless, though, they're still really cool, and you do see them a fair bit. For a little bit, and even occasionally these days, it's brought back the original vibe of when the game first released and a fort would spawn once every 3 or 4 hours, and everyone in your server, no matter the situation, would just group up into that fort and try and take it on. It was complete madness. I will be honest though, I haven't found myself doing a whole lot of Fort of Fortunes. I find myself usually stealing them, overdoing them, but without a doubt, number 2 goes to the Fort of Fortune, a beautiful addition, the best world event, and my second favorite thing of 2021. Now, before we get into number 1, I do want to let you know that, again, we're giving away an Obsidian 6-pack. All you need to do is leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below your gamertag with correct spelling. While you're in the comments section below, take the time now to tell me your top 5. What are your top 5 releases of Sea of Thieves in 2021? And tell me why. I'd love to hear about it. I read all comments, so get to it. Without further ado, number 1. Number 1 for 2021 is easily the ability to finally purchase resource crates and a storage crate. Believe it or not, there was a time in Sea of Thieves where you couldn't buy planks, cannonballs, food, and a storage crate from the outpost, but in 2021, finally, they added it to the world. A very close secondary as well is, of course, the addition of ammo pouches that you find in the sand when you kill skeletons. As a double gunner, that's amazing. I love it. It makes using guns more viable everywhere. I guess it's also an honorable mention too, right? But number 1, though, storage crates and resource crates. I shouldn't need to explain what a storage crate or a resource crate is. Essentially, you get 50 cannonballs, 50 planks, and 50 bananas that you can put on your boat and use in battle or whatever you want to use it for. But nevertheless, number 1 on my list, without a doubt, by absolutely none, is the ability to get resource crates and storage crates. My gaming experience has improved tenfold just by this small addition, right? I used to hate getting into fights and be undersupplied. Now it never happens. You can just buy a storage crate, loot the entire island, get a bonus 50 of every resource on top of that, throw it on your boat, and no matter the situation, you should be ready to go, and you shouldn't need to stock up. Even if you do need to stock up, right, you can just take a storage crate and loot every island you go to. It's amazing. It just makes the game more enjoyable. It makes it more fun to play, it gives you more ability to do things you want, and it allows you to play longer, which of course is great as well. So anyway, that was my top 5 list. Thank you all so much for watching. If you want to see more content like this, again, make sure you subscribe and check out the channel. Watch some of my other videos too while you're at it. At the end of this video, they will come up on the screen. You can click on them and watch them if you do want to. A lot of cool videos like this and many more to be found. Also, I do stream on Twitch almost every day. Link down in the description if you want to check me out and see me play Sea of Thieves live. Anyway, much love everyone. Have a great 2022. This was a fun video to make. Thank you for watching my video and spending some of your time with me this year. I'll be back real soon. Goodbye for now. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you all later.